Uh, Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to my brother and sister of this world. You know, the Holy Spirit just lead me to talk to my entire audience in a general conversation or what God has laid on my mind to speak to my audience. You know, sometimes in life, from what God has revealed to me, when you have a shoe on and the shoe is pinning you, and people who see you do not know what kind of a pain that if what kind of pain that you're going through, if the pain is excruciating and paining you so badly, and other people see you walking, and sometimes they decide to sit and mock or laugh at you, but they don't know the pain that you are carrying, and they want to laugh at you. It's so terrible. Never you make a Margaret or laugh at somebody because you don't know the pain that the person is carrying. Don't laugh at that person because tomorrow it may be yours. It will be better for you not to make a Margaret or laugh at the person than for you to laugh at him. You know, sometimes in your life when you're going through your trials and tribulation, and people are going to sit and say all such of things about you. They will say all kind of a negative stuff about you. They don't know what's going on, and they're going to say, especially for the people from my countryside. I would say the Liberians. That's what they did. 1989, going to 1990, they destroyed the country here from rumors, lies. And they destroyed the country. They lie on people. I think 500,000 people died. They lie on people. 500,000 people died. And God, some of them, they pledge and make promises to God. You can make promises to man. If you don't hold it, no problem. But not God. When you tell God something and you don't do it, it's a problem. When some of them came overseas, the same life that they were living in Liberia, that they did to destroy Liberia, that is the same life they want to try to live overseas. They interfere in the people's marriages, destroy people's marriages, people's homes. Sometimes if you are not in the group, they try to bring you down. They want for you to be part of the group, the socialized group. If you're not part of it, they're going to destroy you or bring you down. And one of the things I always said from my observation, it's a terrible thing for the man to engage into gossip. Oh, it's dangerous. Gossiping usually belongs to women. That's the area. But for the men to engage into that, the most dangerous. Then the worst of it, they're going to gossip about you and tear you down, and they're not living a good life to please God. But yet, they're going to say all manner of stuff against you, just to bring your character down. Some could be your friends, some could be in your family. That is what they do. And they ain't going to get nothing from it. But when you are suffering, going through circumstances, one or two persons in the family going to show concern. But majority, they don't care. Some of them, they embrace that. They want to see you going through suffering or hardship. Then probably when you are sick, sometimes they don't have no concern, no care. No care, no concern. But then when you die, then you see everybody coming from all over making contribution to bury you. But when you are sick, nobody showed that love to say, oh, while he's still alive, let us try to contribute towards, his sickness. Let's try to get him out of that hospital. Or let us try to treat him for him to be well. Most of them will not show no consent. But when you die, then they come in with then they show that they have a lot of money. Then sometimes they're going to ask you some question. If you have a tragedy news, that somebody died for you, somebody going to ask you, how much do you have? Instead of them going to the, without waiting and taking that bread and say, oh, let's try to help that brother. He's part of us. Let's try to help him. They're going to go to the stand of trying to ask how much you have. No, you don't do that. You send in what you have. If you're in group or on behalf of so group in the family, day is our contribution towards your bereavement. Period. Do not ask the question, where do they have? Like somebody is stranded or the person is struggling. And the person said, please help me. The person is a beggar, please help me. If you want to help him, help him. But don't go asking, oh, when I give you the money, what are you going to do with this money? No, that is not your concern. Give it and move. And the worst thing I observed from my observation, what God revealed to me, the Christians who say the so-called Christians, the worst enemies are members of the own household. It's not meaning the unbelievers. The unbeliever, obvious, everybody know that the unbeliever is the Christian's enemy. But the main element of all Christians are members of the household. Like way long time ago when I was small, I heard my mother using this word: if the house do not sell you, the street will not buy you. So I started wondering about what does my mom mean about this? If the house do not sell you, the street will not buy you. So I started growing up. Then one day, as I was reading the Bible, I came across Matthew chapter 10. I think come down to the 35 verse or 36 verse. Say, a man worst enemy, a member of a household. Then you check in the book of Malachi, chapter 7, verse 6, something like that. Will tell you a man worst enemy, a member of a household. Then I went back to a word my mother used. If the house do not sell you, the street will not buy you. A man worst enemy, a member of a household. Then a songwriter by the name of Bob Marley. You say your worst enemy could be your best friend, and your best friend could be your worst enemy. But who the captain, let him wear it. You will sit there, eat with them. Then behind you, they're gonna gossip and say all kind of a negative thing about you. To people who want to try to bring you down, they will sell you. That is shame. It's so shame. I go around to evangelize to people I win soul for Christ. I do that. I go to work, my regular work, apart from serving God. I have my regular work. I have the habit of Paul and Barnabas. I have the labor because I don't want for people to think that, the preaching the gospel to them. I don't want for that preaching the gospel to be a burden on them. I look for my own money. I said it a long time ago. In the near future, when God, if I establish a church, God given a church, I don't need no pay. I don't need no pay. I'm going to be doing it for the Lord, free of charge. I don't need no pay, free of charge. But the Lord is going to supply my need according to His riches in glory. So what should I worry about pay? So in short word, tomorrow, if God gave you the opportunity to be able to do for others, do it. Do not grumble. Do not try to question the person. Go ahead and do it. Bless the person. As you all know, whatever situation a man is going through, it's just a testing of his faith to see who he is, to see who you are. But then people on the side, they're going to sit down and castigate, gossip, tear you down, and say all manner of things about you. Things that is not true, they're going to say it about you. Things that they don't know about, they're going to say it about you. Negative stuff. Then God, I think if I'm not mistaken, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, He opened my eyes. He said, son of man, You got to do an intensive fasting. That was it. Then sometimes people who know you and know about your calling, some of them try to disregard you and belittle you. Some of them go to the stage of undermining you. Some of them try to degrade you. And forgetting to know who you are. When a man is set apart to serve God, he is not, he is not regular. He's an ordinary person. Despite the circumstances that go on in his life, he is who he is. Give him his credence. Give him his respect. Give him his honor. It could be a woman. Give her her honor. Give her a credence. Give her her respect. Honor her. When Jesus Christ was using that parable, a prophet cannot be honored in his own home. He went around preaching. When he got to Nazareth, and while he was preaching around, talking to the people about the things of God, he was performing miracles. But certain areas he was performing miracles. But when he reached a certain part of his time, no miracle could work there. Because someone started asking the question, isn't that why he's speaking? Speaking so eloquently. He performed a lot of miracles. Isn't that the brother of Jose, the brother of James, and his sister? We know all of them. So they're trying to degrade him, bring him down. So a lot of miracle was not performed in Nazareth. That's where Jesus Christ used the parable. A prophet can now be honored in his own home. So there was not enough miracle that he performed in Nazareth. Because someone saw him when he was a child, they tried to belittle him, undermine him, overlook him. So a lot of miracles was not performed there. But all the other states, he performed a lot of miracles. So when a man is set aside or have been anointed by God to serve him, that ordination is not the one people get physical paper. No. God have ordained him from his mother womb. That is the real ordination. Some of the people looking for physical paper. Because not all that say, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven. But he that doeth the will of God. Many are called, but only few are chosen. So the Holy Spirit just lead me tonight, say, no, just talk to them. I've been through a lot in my life. I lost my aunt, the lady that brought me into the United States, my mother's sister, my aunt. Then I lost my first child, my daughter. Then I lost my mom. It almost like enroll, something like that. Then I was feeling so downhearted. I was in my room for 2 days. Uh, I was just thinking about my life with my daughter. How I was the mom and I was the dad. I was doing everything for her, and everything just went like that. She lost her life. Then the Lord just spoke to me in the room, I think either on the third day, say, get up, put yourself together. You remember you preached the gospel a long time ago? Anyone say he loved his daughter's child, father, mother, son, daughter more than me, that person is now worthy to take the cross? They are bounced back. Because you have to practice what you preach. You have to implement what you preach. So when I wake up, then Lord turn me around, my whole brain around. He said, don't worry. I am the one who have everything. Don't worry about what she died or she didn't die. Or put yourself together and do better. And for since then, I act like nothing happened to me. I used to call everybody, call California, call my family member all over. But sometimes in life, when you are struggling and nobody knows what you're going through, the people who you used to call or calling them over and over, they didn't get time for you. So he calling them, they just wanna he calling again. They don't have time for you. Whether you stop calling them for them to call to check on you to see what's going on, they don't get time. They don't get time. So the Lord just spoke to me and said, my son, go out and win souls for men. Take care of your immediate family, your kids, your family. What do they call you? They didn't call you. What do they know what you're going through? They didn't know. Sometimes when a man is going through his circumstances in life, don't sit there and castigate and gossip and say all manner of stuff about him. I know what Ecclesiastes chapter 9 verse 12 says. Life is like, death is like a fishing net. When you throw that fishing net into the river, the fish that have been living in that river for thousands of years, if that net fall on that fish is going to be taken out. That's how death look like. When you are caught in that fishing net, there is no escape. That's how death look like. So when some people see you're going through your circumstances, apart from, or death news, when they see you going through your trial and tribulation, some of them do not know what you're going through. You used to call them, but nobody get time to call you. To say, oh yeah, what the man going through? Let me pray along with him. Let me try to call him tomorrow. You should do the calling all the time. If you don't call them, then they sit and cast and say all manner of evil stuff about you. Gossip about you. Say all manner of negative stuff about you. But I want to encourage you, if you are going through that wherever you are, have courage. Men will disappoint you. Men will let you down. They're going to fail you. But one person, from my experience and observation, Jesus Christ will never fail you. They may turn your back on you. They may neglect you. Psalm chapter 27. I think verse 10. Your father and your mother. That one father and mother, not only your father and mother, it could be your relatives, your friends. They will disappoint you. It means that do not put your trust in man. Man will fail you. They will fail you big time. Only put your trust in Jesus Christ. He will never fail you. He will never neglect you. He will never turn you down. With all what you're going through, he will be with you all the way to the end. That is where I come in. I've been through a lot. I don't have to go, if I even go and talk to strangers, some people they're gonna feel so sorry for me. I've been through a lot. Before my daughter died, she was small, I think 1 year plus. Then I had a marriage that did not last. There was no one in California to help me with my daughter. At that time, she was about either 3 going to 4. No one. But I have a lot of relatives, a lot of girls, women to help me. But I can put everything on them. They had their responsibility. But some of them had the initiative of helping me. But they did not. They did not. But these are the same people today that will sit on the side and start saying all kind of negative. But when you had the opportunity of helping this man, why you did not help him? Why? You did not help him. So, in short word, man will fail you. It can be whosoever. Brother, sister, nephew, uncle, whosoever, they will fail you. Friends, everyone will fail you. But put your trust in God. He will never fail you. And when you serve him diligently, faithfully, he's going to bring people in your life who are going to come to your rescue. So wherever you may be going through worse problem than what I went through. But I want to tell you, have courage. Even the church that you're serving in right now, when you have a problem right now, they will not come to your rescue. They will not even come around. Even if you have a marital problem or whatever problem situation you're going through, they will not come to your rescue. Only some churches going to come to your rescue. But majority, they will not come to your rescue. They will turn their back on you. You don't even concern about they have not been seeing you for a couple of weeks, going to months, and even years. They didn't care. Put your trust in God. Own it. Not wife, not children, not cousin, not brother, not nobody. I said, only God you should put your trust in. Because I went through it. I ate it. I dived into it. I swam into it. I was buried into it. There is nothing, I say right now, nothing that the devil gonna do to me that gonna, make me to feel so depressed and feel so neglected. No, not nothing. I've been through it all. So I've been through it all. So I learned my lesson to trust in Jesus. I learned to trust in him through it all. Through it all. I learned to depend on his words. So now if you check on my cell phone, I have about 10 Bible. I don't know which one to even read, but anyone the Holy Spirit lead me, that's where I found to read. Then I found one of my co-workers. She was trying to entice me about certain things. She was talking to discourage me. So I said, I've been through the ups and downs about the Word of God. Nobody can discourage me. She said, why? She said, well, the other Bible, the other Bible. I said, no. When I tried to read the Bible, God turned that Bible into a real Bible. She was astonished when she looked at me. I said, yeah. He turned it around. So, sweetheart, it's okay. I'm okay. Long time ago, God used me to prophesy about all this stuff there. Sometimes when you make yourself available, God can use you not only one or two, not sometimes four. Of his calling. Sometimes you prophesy. Sometimes you're going to be a healer. Sometimes you will perform miracles. Sometimes you will teach. You will preach. And you will be an apostle. So it all depends on availability. How you make yourself available for God to work in you. Because God sees what you do. So God is telling me to say this or to speak to you people today because somebody, not only one, so many people are going through a terrible time right now. And they need to hear this. But I want to say to you, God said I should tell you that you're not the only one. But I should be a testimony to encourage you. I've been through it. I've been through it. Nobody in my family have been through it like me. Nobody. None of them. My auntie died. First, before my auntie died, my car's somebody from the neighborhood at the time, I took my car. It's like I took the car off the insurance today. Then the next day on a Saturday, somebody hit my car. The car was, when it said tow, it was totally tow. Me, it was damage that if I had even to go and repair it, the repairing money repairing money gonna be more than the car itself, the value of the car. Tow, totally tow. So while thinking about how am I gonna make it, at the time I left, I resigned from the casino because I was on a mission and God told me to leave from there and my mission was over. So I decided to get out and find a regular job. Then I started doing, Uber. Then while doing Uber, then I took the car because the car was old. So I took the car for insurance like today. Then the next following day, boom, Saturday. Then the next news I got was my auntie death. So, but then how am I going to go to California to go and bury my auntie? So my sister sent me a plane ticket. I went and buried my aunt. But nobody know what I'm going through. That's what I'm deriving at. I was going through a real problem. No job. Car got damaged. Parking on the sidewalk. Somebody, boom. No job. Car got damaged. Had to travel. No money. Then I went to California. I came back 2 weeks. I got a job offer with the United States Post Office. While I was there going on with the orientation, then my daughter got killed. my first child. So it brought me down a little bit, but God took me from there. I buried her. Then while sitting down, thinking about what to do again, then I think 2 or 3 months later, then my mom died. Then I had to go back to Liberia to bury my mom. And I came from burying my mom. Luckily, when I came back, before I was going, I applied for the job. So the job told me, and I told the job that my mom died, I'm going to bury my mom. So the job said, okay, when you come back from burying your mom, then we're gonna give you the job. But in the meantime, you can go and bury your mom. I was so grateful. When I came back, I had a job. I was very grateful that I had something to do coming back from Liberia. So this is what I'm talking about. When you're going through some circumstances in your life, nobody's going to know what you're going through. If you're not successful, some people very happy for you not to be successful. But some people will not be happy for you not to be successful. But then in the African world, when you are successful, like tomorrow, as soon as the year say, oh yeah, this guy, oh he got a scholarship, you're gonna go get it. They're gonna go do the African food to bring you down to kill you, to destroy you. As soon as they know that you're successful, they're gonna do something by all means to come and kill you. Either voodoo, they're gonna put poison in your food to destroy you because they heard that you are successful, or you're gonna be successful. Because they don't want to see you going up. All they want to see you down. They don't want for your life to escalate. They always want you to be down. When you're down, somebody are happy. Many of you people know what I'm talking about. Because they have that saying, he who's down, fear no fall. You're already down. So don't get time for you. But as soon as they hear that, oh yeah, you're going to the United States tomorrow, and you go and tell them, they're going to put poison in your food or try to destroy you. That's what they do. And they do it like, like it's a sport. So in short word, when you are doing anything, do not tell them. Don't tell no one. Go ahead and do it secretly. And let me tell you today, God loves people who can keep their mouth. That's my lesson I learned from God. He who keepeth his mouth, keepeth his life. So the life that we're living right now, we are living in a dangerous world. Family member, they don't want to see your uplifting. They don't want to see your life escalating. They want to see you down, and probably 6 feet. But I want to tell you today, wherever you are, if you are under the sound of my voice, the Lord just gave me the word of inspiration to let you know that you are not the only one who going through it, because there are other people who have been through it. And I have been through it. You say I should tell you that. Have courage. Do not be dismayed. You're not the only one who is going through that. There are other people who have been through it. You know the story about Job. And I just shared my brother's story with you. And there are other people too who will share the story with you that you're going to be shocked. Don't worry. Because worry gonna worry about itself. That's what the book of Matthew chapter 6, verse 30, that's it 33 coming down all the way to 34. Worry gonna worry about itself. What should you worry? Look at the birds. They don't sow or beg food. They don't have no storage. And God provides for them. Under the snow, the terrible weather, God provides for them. God makes them to maneuver and survive. If God can, are you not important more than a bird or a sparrow? Are you not important? You are more important than a bird. If God can provide for them, then what should you worry? Do not belittle God. He is the supreme being. He created the universe out of no magic. He just spoke and it came to being. That's who he is. Just speak to him. If you do not listen to him today, speak to him tomorrow. If you do not listen to him tomorrow, speak to him the after tomorrow. And continue like that. Because there are billions upon billions of Christians all over the world. So the one who pray to him diligently, with that strong and a commitment, he had to pay attention to that. So you got to do something to distract him to pay attention to you. That's who he is. That's what he revealed to me. That's what he revealed to me. Billions of Christians all over the world. So the one who's going to do things to distract him or pray without faith in no love continuously, yeah, he will pay attention to that person. Who pray, probably, sometimes when I pray, then I also do something, probably maybe I come to work and pray, but in my mind, I don't pray. So I'm going to come again and pray. Then later on, I said, did I pray? Then I'm going to come back again and pray. It's like that. Let it be a continuing process. Like you have not done it yet. You got to continue doing it. Then God going to see you. And He's going to answer you. So God just spoke to me and said, no, there's somebody, somewhere, who is going through a problem and they think that, I have neglected them, or they think that, or they are the only one who going through that problem. They're feeling so sorry for themselves. No, I want to tell you, rise up. Do not feel sorry for yourself. Do not feel sorry for your situation or your condition. There are other people who went through a worse problem or condition than what you are going through. So rise up. Lift up your head. And the last but not the least, please do not share whatever your accomplishment with people. Many will and not even, all of them will not want to see you elevating. None of them want to see you elevating in your life. You have tomorrow, you have a scholarship and you sort of travel to the United States or United Kingdom or some part of the world. Do not tell them. Let them hear that you're there. Because if you tell them, they're going to pin you down 6 feet. I was born on a day which will fall on a Sunday. I was born on a Sunday. And when I was born the day before Sunday, It was in Liberia a long time ago. It was Unification Day. It was on the 14th. And Unification Day is a holiday in Liberia. It was on a Saturday. Then the 15th, May 15th, then I was born on a Sunday. And I was born in a miraculous way. And one of the prophesied people came and told my mom that, oh, day your son, yeah, he's going to be wonderful. They told her everything about my life. So, what y'all don't know me, you know me. My whole life is all about God. Wherever you are, nobody loves God more than me. If you love God for yourself. But I love God from my childhood time, for the time I've been knowing myself. I don't have to have a master's degree in theology or divinity. No. I was already ordained in my mother's womb when I came to this world. Everything that I need to do, he tell me. So wherever you are, wherever the situation that you're going through right now, you're not the only one. May God bless you. And may God comfort you. And may God be with you and restore to you the confidence or the trust that you're supposed to have in Him. Do not belittle God. He's on your side. It's just a matter of testing time. Didn't I share the story with you a long time? I was preaching. There was a guy. You were feeling so devastated. He went to work and his wife and I think 2 boys and a girl. They died in the house. The house burned and died in the house. So the ambulance, the police, out of Red Cross went to a working place. You were the only survivor. Went to a working place and tell her in the news. So then while sitting down, then the other guy came to him. You're crying, you're saying, crying. The guy was sitting there, I think, in the restaurant, and the other guy came and started saying that, oh, his wife and his daughter died. Oh, where is God? Why with good thing and the bad thing happen to good people, you started making all kind of a comment. So you started, saying this. So the other guy said, what are you talking about? My wife, my 2 sons, and my daughter died. My whole house, everything got burned. The reason why I survived because I went to work. What are you talking about? You talking about your wife and your daughter died? My wife and all my children, including my house, the cars in the garage, everything burned. The reason why nothing happened to me because I went to work. I was the only survivor. You have your other kids. Your wife and your daughter died. You have your other kids. You have your house. When the guy said, the guy said, oh, is that what you went through and you lost your car? He said, I've been there. But I told my situation was worse. But other people, I got the testimony of other people. Everybody died. The man he went, everybody died. Only the little child. When the fire service went there, they rescued the little child. The little child is the only one who survived. The father, the mother, the other children, all of them died in the fire. So the guy also tell his friend, tell the other guy, I told my situation was worse. But when I hear the other man's testimony, everybody died, the wife, the husband, the children all died, only the little baby survived. So there is the life. Don't feel sorry for yourself. Although some people are going to be happy for your, for your tragedy, for your bereavement. Some people are going to, yeah, they pretend like they had, like the sad, oh, in their heart. Oh, yeah. They feel happy. So I want to encourage you wherever you are, whatever the situation may be. You're not the only one. Other people's situation is worse than your situation. So have courage. May God bless you. And I will come back to you again as the Holy Spirit lead me. May God bless you. And I will come back again as the Holy Spirit lead me. May God continue to guide and protect you. Whatever your situation may be, He knows it. He will guide you. And He will protect you. I love you, but Jesus Christ loves you best. Bye-bye.